We lit live. This is WBBC Chicago. Yeah. 77.3, your hottest digital station.
Now in digital HD sound.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. How you guys doing out there today? It's the one and only DJ Malone, Chicago 77.3, the best place to be at on any day. Really, how you guys doing? I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and I hope you are too. I appreciate everybody for tuning in with me. Today, people, I got something special for you guys. You guys know I love bringing you people that make me move. You get what I'm saying? People that can really tell a story in their music and just in their personality, and somebody that's this dope as hell. With all that being said, man, I really want you guys to really get in tune with this, with her music of blends. I want to say this. Can we say maybe classical trap? Maybe this a tad bit. But I really want you guys to really get into it. Go introduce yourself real quick.
My name is Rebekah Laur'en, singer, songwriter, producer, and composer. And yeah, I like how you put that, classical trap. I like that.
I like that because you infuse the most perfect melodies and ambience of how everything goes about that. However you do it, it fits.
I appreciate that. I do build everything from the ground up, and the whole classical component is funny that you say that because I am classically trained. So I did study opera for a time, and I chose to go my own route and create my own music. So here we are.
You can definitely tell. You can definitely tell. So I want to go into a time machine, Rebekah, and I want to see how you felt about this, Rebekah. So how did this start out for you? Like music in just entirety?
Music has always been a part of my household. It's strong in my family. For me growing up, I actually grew up in church, and music was a big thing, of course, in the church background. And but my mom, she played auto harp and she would sing, so she would have me sing with her also. So it's just always been in my life. It's just always been there.
Was alto, soprano?
So for me, I started out alto, but then as I got training, I learned I was actually a soprano. Wow. But my R&B, I do a lot of different ranges. When I'm in R&B, pop, whatever, I'll be soprano, but I like them lower tones a little bit.
I used to be when I was in choir years ago. This was when I was in middle school, high school. So they put me as a baritone at first. Wow. So, but then as I got older, I became a bass. So I'm always happy to talk to somebody that has like a background and understands about notes and structure and everything. With that being said, how well do you think having that background and music structure has helped you in your music journey?
Oh, it's helped me tremendously because I'll say it has helped me tell my story musically and express myself musically, because you learn so many different, backgrounds, varieties, different forms of expression. You learn different cultures through the music. So in that, I feel like, music, as they say, that's the language, between all of us. That's what connects all of us. So understanding it and learning it does allow you to connect with everybody in different ways. So it helps a lot. It does.
And you said the perfect word, expressing it. How, as you got older, did you learn how to express it different ways and in different facets, or what does that really just come with experience after a while?
So I did grow up listening to a lot of different, styles of music, but I will say going into classical music, I saw really a lot, especially when learning about the history of music.
Yeah.
And in that, I learned how us, people of color, we have really pioneered every single genre, technically speaking. And it helps you with understanding that nothing is foreign to you. Right. A lot of times as a person of color, we feel limited to maybe just R&B, but you start to realize, no, we've pioneered so much. So in that, I used a lot of my musical expression through my points of healing and expressing myself, because sometimes therapy doesn't take care of everything. You have to get it out and express it and put it on paper. So sometimes I might feel like hip hop. Sometimes I might feel like pop. Sometimes I might feel like country. So all of those expressions have helped me to become who I am as a well-rounded individual. So
I like that. And infused and made into one ball of very big diversity, man. So I love it. I love it. When did you know that, hey, I think I really want to do this full time?
Ooh, so I've always known all my life I wanted to do music. Like when I was a kid, I used to be like jamming to Michael Jackson. I'm like, I'm gonna be a superstar. I'm gonna be a musician,
Real.
But I'll be honest, the real truth came when I was 17 years old. I actually took a gap year between college and high school.
Okay.
And in the gap year, I had the privilege to be in a professional opera, and I was really excited about that. But I was like, well, I don't know if this is really where I want to go. And something happened where as soon as I got on that stage professionally, I realized, nah, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. And
that also, reflected on my other expressions of my music, not just opera, but performing, but also telling a story and reflecting the times. Right. So that's how I knew that was what I wanted to do. And
so when I like to do my research on people, so I like to go back and just dive in. And now I'm not gonna lie, when I this is an older joint that you had in the morning. So in the morning, I felt like it spoke to me. And I love the evolution between In the Morning and the Kisses joint. So where do you see your evolution in between that?
Man, you went back on that one. You dug that up. But my evolution, I think I'll say I've come fully into my confidence of my voice and trusting myself as a, storyteller, and also just as somebody who just loves music and just wants to connect with people. So I think really, again, in our art, we focus on the craft, but at the end of the day, it's really the inner work of ourselves. So I'll just say the evolution of myself and my music has reflected very much just all around as me as a person. So just my own growth has shown a lot in my music as well. So I
love that, man. I love that for you. All right, so well, just one more question, then we'll go into the music and everything. I always ask people about like a statement. So usually as a business, when you have a business statement. So as an artist, what would be your artist statement to the world?
Oh man, always be yourself, regardless. Always be yourself.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about what's the single called?
So the single's called Kisses on the Mirror.
Okay.
I love this song because it's really just about somebody having fun while dancing, getting dressed. You know how it is, you getting dressed and you're going out and your friends and everybody, but you're getting dressed in the mirror, especially for females putting on our makeup and stuff. But there's always that one particular song that comes on that make you feel good. And that's really what Kisses on the Mirror is about. But it's also a deeper message of just loving yourself through all of your process. So looking at yourself in the mirror, loving what you're doing, all of that. So that's what it's about.
So and I know at the top of the interviews that you did composing, are you producing these records as well?
Yes, so I am a producer on most of my records. I do work with a label in Berlin, and I'll send it to my A&R, and Alessandro. Me and him, we collaborate on the production. So I'll send it to him, and then he fine tunes things. But it's a collaboration. But it's mainly my production and composition. So yeah.
What was your first were you on the drum kit, or where were you on that journey, man?
On that journey, I've been on everything actually. So the keys, I arrange everything from the vocal lines to the harmonies to the melodies to everything in the music. And drums, I'm getting better at making my own drums, but I'm not gonna lie, Alessandro, my guy, he's the drum. He's the drummer.
I ain't mad at that, man.
It's awesome. That's why I say teams are important because you know what I'm saying. Collaboration is a powerful thing. So, but yeah, so that's how it goes. So yeah.
Now, is this a single, or we just putting it as an album right now?
This is a single. This is a single.
Yeah. Right, cool. Well, before we play, what's the one thing you want people to know about the record?
It's a feel good record. When you listen to it, like, be willing to feel good, have fun with it. That's what I want people to feel.
Okay. Yeah. You want to introduce it real quick?
Yeah. So this is my song "Kisses on the Mirror," and yeah, by Rebekah Laur'en. Hope you all enjoy it.
Make sure you guys get in tune. Chicago 77.3. We're gonna come right back, man. Kisses on the Mirror, man. Let yo.
Oh yeah. Kisses on the mirror, dancing in the mirror to your favorite song. Love the way the rhythm keeps you going on. Keep it on repeat, yeah, can't get enough. No, purple lipstick, that's the one. Leave those stains on me, go on and claim me. Whisper my name, let it take you away. Every glance, every touch, you'll feel it close, close, close. Kisses on Kisses on the mirror. Feel me all around. I'm in the sound. Kisses on the mirror. On your skin, your lips, I'm everywhere. Hands on the glass, feel the heat ignite. Dancing with your shadow in the pale moonlight. Whisper that name, let it set you free. Kisses on the mirror. Feel it all around, I'm in the sound. Kisses on the mirror. On your skin, your lips, I'm everywhere. Keep giving love, those sweet, 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 those kisses on the mirror. Keep giving, those kisses.
77.3, man. Hey, you guys already know what time it is. It's the one and only DJ Malone, man. I like that, man. Rebekah, I like that, man.
Thank you, man.
So now, do we have a video for it yet, or what's going on?
So that is in the process. So
Okay.
that will be in the process. That should be out in like the next month or so. So that is happening. Yeah.
Man, when you drop it, man, we got to come back here, man.
I got you. I got you.
I would love to hear that record and see it in the visual. I can only imagine what you're gonna do with it.
Thank you. Yes, I'm excited. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna say much, but I'm excited.
Okay. So now we're coming into spring break, man, and the summertime and everything. What we got going on? Is any plans coming up?
I got new music dropping, that's for sure.
Hey.
And I'm excited about that. That's more on the the dancier side of things. And yeah, just keep your ear out. I'm gonna send y'all some stuff, so don't worry about that. I'm excited about that.
Let me ask you this, man. How are you feeling mentally? How are you mentally?
Oh man, clarity. I have so much clarity. I'm very solid mentally, and I feel very optimistic and very good. And yeah, mentally I'm clear. I'm good.
That's good, man. I'd like to hear that. Because I think sometimes, man, we're just so prone to just keep pushing.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's like, we want to make it to a certain spot in life, and don't worry, we're gonna get there. But we just so programmed to just keep pushing. Sometimes we just got to sit back and say, "Yo, man, I gotta chill for the day."
Yeah, I'm happy that you brought that up because that's something I will be honest. Out of my time of doing this, the main thing I've learned is I'm actually more productive and I'm more effective when I actually pace myself.
Right.
Just doing and doing and doing leads to burnout. It's not so much what you're doing, but it's how you're doing it, and you got to look at truly what you are doing. Sometimes we just get used to doing, and we're not paying attention to really what we're doing.
Right.
Before you know it, you're running in circles, and you get tired. So it is very important to take those breaks when you need to take them, and really take a minute and look at the map at where you're really going with things. So
That's
yeah.
real, man. Because sometimes you got to, because if you're burned out, that's no good for anybody. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So.
And the recovery take longer than it should. It take you before you know you kind of behind. You're never really behind, but before you know you try and play catch up with yourself. And you don't ever want to do that.
And it's always, and I think it's always a mind thing because we're so prone to, oh well, this doesn't get done, and it's like, okay, in my timeline, this has to be done within this timeline, or everything else fails.
Yeah.
But in reality, man, that's just what's only within yourself. You get what I'm saying?
It's true. Racing on that, I call it the invisible clock that doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
We have a funny idea of time, and truthfully, time, if you're not careful, it's really just an illusion. It's just you got to stay on pace with things. It's such thing as flow. There's a difference between flow and time, and sometimes people just get stuck on time and they're not really flowing with flow. So yeah.
and you speak upon it because like somebody could be doing the same thing, like say like in 2015 you did the same thing that you did in 2014. So as far as like timing wise, time has went on, but your flow has really kind of declined. So
exactly.
I get that. I understand that what you're saying. If you could perform anywhere, where would it be at and why?
Ooh, Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
Reason why is because I just love the energy of New York, but that is just such a historic landmark. And, I don't know, it's just the energy of that. That's definitely a place that I aim to perform at. So, yeah.
Where you from originally?
I'm from Virginia, actually. So, my family's North Carolina. I was born in DC, lived in Maryland, but grew up in Virginia. So I'm DMV, as they call it, DC,
Okay.
Maryland, and Virginia. So yeah.
So can we hear maybe some go-go in maybe into
It's funny that you said that because I've actually been thinking about doing some go-go because that's the roots of where I'm from, and it's always fun to do those go-go records. So I actually have been thinking about doing that.
And your voice would fit very well. I think your voice would fit well.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So now, let me ask you this. I always ask people on artists who they want to work with, but I think because you're so music diverse, producer-wise, who would you want in there with you? Oh
man, it's funny because a lot of the producers who I would want to work with are like they've passed, like Quincy Jones and like all of those great people. But even artists like Prince, I would have loved to have worked with him even. But in the sense of today, I'm honestly just open to anything and anybody because there's such a large landscape of like music and it's so global now. Like the market is so open to us now. But I will say Robert Glasper is actually one who I would absolutely love to work with. Timbaland is still somebody I would love to work with, just off the sense of nostalgia, and also we're both VA, Virginia, so stuff like that, and then even like the chance to even work with Missy Elliott and stuff, and even Pharrell. I love Pharrell Williams, his flow and vibe and style. But with Tyler the Creator, he's also awesome. He's he produces his own stuff, but just those unique type of artists and producers in that lane. So
I respect that, man. I think though, man, is that the sky's the limit, man, of creativity, man. So keep doing you. What do you hope to see yourself in the next 3 years?
Man, in the next 3 years, I hope to see myself everywhere. I'm not gonna lie. I hope to see myself everywhere. That's what I do,
man.
Yeah.
So what do you do on your days off, or like when you're just on chill mode? Like what you into, man?
Oh man, chill mode. So I am always trying to make everything chill in the sense of even when I'm working. But when I'm chilling, I love to just be out with my friends. I love to be with my family. And I love to spend a lot of time, in the sense of nature and just connecting with those who I truly love and care about. So I'm really big on just, those moments, but also I do like a lot of my self time. So I like a lot of me time where I'm just in my meditative states and just, being clear with myself. So
I respect that, man. I respect that. Where can the people find you at everywhere?
Man, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok, but Instagram is more of like me promoting what's happening with my music. So r.l_musik is my name on Instagram, and on TikTok, same name, r.l_musik. And that's where you can find me.
Hey, I like that. You know what, man? I was so excited to talk to you because I like people who can push the boundaries as far as musically, and I want you to tell me a story, man. So there's a lot of good. You got somebody good in here for you, man. So
thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for having me.
So where did the name originally come from? Where did the name come from?
Rebekah Laur'en?
Yeah.
So Rebekah is my first name. Laur'en is my middle name, but the funny story about Laur'en, my aunt actually gave me that middle name, and my mom always loved to tell the story because my aunt always said, we're going to name her Laur'en because she's going to be famous one day. And Loretta Laur'en was one of her favorite actresses, so that's how the name Laur'en came about. So yeah.
I'm not mad at that, man.
Yeah.
So Kisses on the Mirror is on all platforms right now?
All platforms. You can find it anywhere.
So black people, everybody around the world, you're on your phone right now. Just go ahead and just type it in, Kisses on the Mirror, and you guys can go check it out right now. Don't lie to me. So that's how we're gonna do that, man. So anything you want to say to your stalkers, your lovers, your supporters out there?
Always love, always sending love. That's all I got to say. It's always love.
Definitely, man. Before you go, I always ask people they could do a drop for me. You're gonna say your name, and I'm rocking with DJ Malone.
Awesome. My name is Rebekah Laur'en, and I'm rocking with DJ Malone.
We in here, man. Chicago 77.3, man. Make sure you guys get in tune with everything. Kisses on the Mirror is out right now, so make sure you guys tell your friend, your pastors, tell everybody, man. Just tell everybody. Until next time, it's the one and only DJ Malone, Chicago 77.3. We out. One.
We lit live. This is WBBC Chicago. Yeah. 77.3, your hottest digital station.
Now in digital HD sound.